This is BBC Television from London. Normal programming has been suspended, and we now join Martin Lewis in the news studio.
This is BBC Television from London. Diana, Princess of Wales, has died after a car crash in Paris. The French government announced her death just before 5 o'clock this morning. Buckingham Palace confirmed the news shortly afterwards. Normal programmes have been suspended while we bring you the latest developments throughout the morning.
Diana had suffered severe head and chest injuries, but she was still alive when the first rescuers arrived. Dodi El-Fayed and Henri Paul died instantly. Trevor Rhys-Jones was seriously injured. Doctors had tried to treat Diana at the scene, but she never regained consciousness and died at 4 o'clock in the morning in a nearby hospital. Blame for the accident was bitterly contested. True, the driver, Henri Paul, had been drinking. True, the photographers were in hot pursuit of the car. But as the scene of the crash became a shrine to the princess, months of inquiry into the tragedy failed to provide a truly definitive answer.
And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never fading with the sunset when the rain set in. And your footsteps will always fall here along England's greenest hills. Your candles burned out long before your legend ever will.
This is what underpinned all your other wonderful attributes. And if we look to analyze what it was about you that had such a wide appeal, we find it in your instinctive feel for what was really important in all our lives. Without your God-given sensitivity, we would be immersed in greater ignorance at the anguish of AIDS and HIV sufferers, the plight of the homeless, the isolation of lepers, the random destruction of landmines. Diana explained to me once that it was her innermost feelings of suffering that made it possible for her to connect with her constituency of the rejected.
Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride from land to land. Here at our sea-washed sunset gates shall stand a mighty woman with a torch, whose flame is the imprisoned lightning, and her name, Mother of Exiles. From her beacon hand glows worldwide welcome. Her mild eyes command the air-bridged harbor that twin cities frame. Keep, ancient lands, your storied pomp, cries she with silent lips. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my light beside the golden door. Emma Lazarus.
In May 1855, three armies, British, French and Turks, were encamped on the plains of the Crimea in southern Russia. They had left home thinking it was going to be a short war, but now, 8 months after landing, they knew otherwise, and they longed for home.
It is a point to remember that of all the ironies about Diana, perhaps the greatest was this. A girl given the name of the ancient goddess of hunting was, in the end, the most hunted person of the modern age.
This way, please, sir. His evidence has been much anticipated. Paul Burrell, the princess's butler and confidant, finally going into the witness box to testify about her death. The conspiracy theories were confronted, and point by point, Paul Burrell rebutted the suggestion that Diana was murdered at the behest of the royal family. Asked about Hasnat Khan, the heart surgeon with whom Diana had a 2-year relationship, Mr. Burrell said he was the man she loved more than any other. She contemplated marriage to him. At one point, Mr. Burrell said he was sent by the princess to consult his own priest at this church about the possibility of a private interfaith marriage. But, Mr. Burrell said, the princess could not persuade Dr. Khan, here in dark glasses at her funeral, to step into the public spotlight. They broke up in July '97, but, Mr. Burrell said, Diana was still in love with him. And so what about Dodi Fayed? Mr. Burrell said the princess was on the rebound from Dr. Khan when she met him. Dodi was romantic and generous,
but he did not believe they were engaged or she pregnant. All in all, Mr. Burrell said, Diana's motivation in spending time with Dodie was to get back at Dr. Khan. Mr. Burrell also reluctantly revealed the depth of the rift between Diana and her mother, Frances Shand Kidd, who died in 2004. It was over Diana's relationships with Muslims. Mr. Burrell said, she called the princess a whore, messing around with effing Muslim men.